Uh-oh, somebody called the local zoo.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is a steel cage match. Introducing first, from Detroit, Michigan, weighing in at 275 pounds, George the Animal Steele.
I'm not even sure the cage can contain this man.
And strolling down the aisle, the opponent of George Steele, Peter Maivia.
Always a chaotic matchup.
His opponent from the Isle of Samoa, weighing in at 275 pounds, High Chief Peter Maivia.
Steele had better keep an eye on Maivia because Maivia is a true brawler. Few men can handle the chaos of the animal inside a steel cage, but I believe the High Chief is ready.
Maivia carrying such pride into the ring.
Very stark contrast to Steele. We'll see which prevails tonight.
High Chief Peter Maivia taking on George the Animal Steele in a steel cage match. Quite a heated history between these two guys.
Yeah, Michael, and I think it's because Maivia is one of the few superstars brave enough to take on the animal. Most of their contests have ended in countouts or disqualifications. Thanks to the cage, we'll get a decisive victory in this one.
Well, that really depends on if a cage can even contain them. High Chief Peter Maivia really making a name for himself at WWE, but he's had plenty of experience on the way up.
Plenty of championships on the West Coast, but he's made the biggest splash in Hawaii, where he earned multiple tag team titles. Oh yeah, Maivia is a huge celebrity on the islands. In fact, I've heard some consider him the personification of Maui. What a nasty body block!
Not sure if he should waste all his time hot-dogging around. Overhead chop. Maivia overwhelming his opponent here.
And you can see Steele is struggling to weather the storm with the High Chief. Down to opponent and a double axe handle smash.
The High Chief just refusing to be intimidated.
The animal has no idea what to make of Maivia. Boom!
When a man like Peter Maivia signs up for a match with the animal, he doesn't know what to expect, just to expect anything in the world.
Peter Maivia knows full well that he's in for some unusual treatment tonight. In fact, Steele often has trouble finding a... No, nothing fancy here. Instant victory! These men knew this match is going to be hard fought. Oh, God! Peter Maivia prevents that one from connecting. Back body drop. Ooh, brutal impact into the corner.
And that holds Peter Maivia back.
There's press. Hackenschmidt bite. Hackenschmidt bite. Someone stop this.
Gentlemen, we've touched on the differences between Maivia and Steele as competitors. One man based on order, the other on chaos, but it's reflected in their looks, too.
Indeed, Michael. Just look at the sculpted physique of the High Chief. And the tribal tattoos on his body are extremely intricate and definitely eye-catching. And Steele is, well, he's an ugly creature. Enough hair on his upper torso to classify as fur. Folds in his bald head. He's like a modern-day Neanderthal. Got out of there at the perfect time.
Fends it off. Good counter.
Oh, man. Thrown with such force. The whole ring is rattling. Running power slam.
George the Animal Steele might be a bit of an underdog here. In fact, he lost the match by countout to the High Chief.
In Steele's defense, I'm not sure he knows how to count exactly, or how to read a rule book. So he's got to be happy to be in this cage.
Well, Maivia is called the High Chief in part because of his commanding presence in the ring. He's more than ready for what the animal...
Position at top rope, heading up there. This is not going to be good.
Could be catastrophic.
Superplex! Man, the animal may be wounded prey at this point.
The High Chief closing in on a successful hunt.
From the top.
Elbow drop. Good Lord.
Oh, counters right into the breadbasket. Some folks call Peter Maivia the Flying Hawaiian, and the reasons are obvious for that moniker. But guys, how has he earned the other nickname of the High Chief?
Well, Cole, Peter Maivia is very close to the Anoa'i family. In fact, Peter's considered a blood brother to the patriarch of that clan.
When you add on the fact that Maivia was born and raised in Samoa, you can see the great pride he has for that land and its people in the tribal ink that covers his body. Oh, good gravy! Thrown into the corner with a little something extra.
What impact!
Maivia just dominated the animal with that one.
Ooh, he fends that off. Peter Maivia very tough, but he also has movie star good looks. Quite the combo.
And it served him well, Michael. In fact, the High Chief has major acting and stunt work credits to his name. And who knows? Maybe we'll see the Maivia name on Hollywood billboards again sometime.
Well, before any of that happens, the High Chief needs to survive this war against the animal.
Oh, get ready. He's waiting for the perfect time. Punishing.
Into the pin. George is trying to seal this one up. A defiant kick out after one.
Still gonna take a... Oh, look at the start of this. Could be going into the playbook for submission.
And you can see the arm getting out. High Chief Peter Maivia taking on George the Animal Steele in a steel cage match. Quite a heated history between these two guys.
Yeah, Michael, and I think it's because Maivia is one of the few superstars brave enough to take on the animal. Most of their contests have ended in countouts or disqualifications. Thanks to the cage, we'll get a decisive victory in this one.
Well, that really depends on if a cage can even contain them.
The animal has to be elated to be in this steel cage against one of his biggest rivals, no less.
Yeah, Byron, we've seen the animal brandish a weapon against Peter Maivia before when it was against the rules. The High Chief better be prepared for Steele to get even crazier.
Oh, Maivia is prepared, all right. The man is extremely tough and agile. In fact, the High Chief's entire body can be considered a weapon.
That unraveled on George.
Oof! Talk about force. That'll give you whiplash.
Right across the knee. Heel hook locked in. This is painful.
Peter Maivia very tough, but he also has movie star good looks. Quite the combo.
And it served him well, Michael. In fact, the High Chief has major acting and stunt work credits to his name. And who knows? Maybe we'll see the Maivia name on Hollywood billboards again sometime.
Well, before any of that happens, the High Chief needs to survive this war against the animal.
Oh, absolutely brutal.
Oh, no, I think they may have busted him open.
Taking flight!
Ooh. Momentum is all with Maivia now.
And you can see Steele is struggling to weather the storm with the High Chief.
Two very opposing styles in every sense of the word, Corey. High Chief Maivia is a much more physically gifted and talented athlete in the ring than Steele. What's it going to take for the animal to get the upper hand here?
Well, he's got to be even more chaotic than ever inside this cage. Nothing about Steele makes sense to someone as traditional as Maivia. There's never any telling what the animal's going to do in a match, and he needs to keep it that way.
When a man like from the top, elbow drop. Ooh. He's mounting an all-out assault right now.
Yeah, Maivia has really figured the animal out here.
A great display of confidence, but he doesn't want to give his opponent added motivation.
Ooh! Oh, what a kick! Running power slam!
Ooh, he saw it coming. George Animal Steele is not a wrestler by any stretch of the imagination, guys. He's a true brawler.
Take it over! Go for the win here!
His arm shot off the mat before one.
Shrugging off the pin like it's nothing, and after this match is already gone for so long.
The counter with a knuckle sandwich. Headlock. Oh, cheap shot right above the eye.
Peter Maivia now with the upper hand.
Can Steele recover from this adversity?
Another attack to the head and looking a little dazed.
Heel hook. Look at this. Oh, that's so painful.
It's hard to watch, too.
George Animal Steele might be a bit of an underdog here. In fact, he lost a match by countout to the High Chief.
In Steele's defense,
From the heavens, big time splash.
is able to avoid heavy contact.
Setting up for something here. Shoulder up before the count started.
How'd he do that?
Bang! Crucial counter there.
Mongolian chop.
Maivia just dominated the animal with that one.
Uh-oh, he could be looking for a submission here.
A stump.
He lets his opponent out of the submission.
Yeah, but who knows what damage has been done.
Peter Maivia has something brewing. Backbreaker.
Does Peter Maivia have this sewn up?
2. And the High Chief defeats the animal.
Here is your winner, High Chief Peter Maivia!
Anytime these two have faced off, it's been eye for an eye. But the steel cage has finally delivered a decisive victory for the High Chief, Peter Maivia.
George Steele is one tough animal, but the way Maivia faced him in the cage tonight just reinforced what everyone already knew, that the High Chief is one tough Samoan.